Hi guys and girls and everyone who's in the meantime. This is a video about relationships. I haven't done one in a minute um, because I was doing all the BDSM stuff. To me, the two goes hand in hand. That's in my mind. It's not necessarily in your world, but it's in my mind. When I talk about BDSM, I'm also talking about relationships. And when I'm talking about relationships, I'm also talking about BDSM. Because in both videos you will either hear me refer to my estranged as my partner in my relationships, or by his um, given play name that I gave him. So it's still the same person, if you haven't noticed. Um, so this video I'm going to talk about what can happen if you don't take care of yourself and heal yourself while you're hurting, while you're still recuperating from a last relationship, when you still have underlying feelings for a person. What can happen if you force yourself into a situation with someone else? I stated in a previous video that females have to be especially careful with that kind of behaviors, because they have remnants. Even though the relationship is over for a while, they'll still have remnants of their past lovers' DNA still in their body. I say that about in the video Dating 2. I think I'm going to link it down below in the descriptions. So that's one thing. Another thing is, even though they say, a lot of people, statistics and stuff, say that guys don't really feel, or actually that's the stereotypical, that guys do not feel the same way that women do when they have intimacies. There's no strong bond there, there's no connection and all the other stuff. That's so false. Men are connected with the opposite sex just as much as women are connected. So it's not so the connection's there, especially when you're in a relationship for a long period of time, or it's your first relationship. So the connection is there. The problem is if we don't give ourselves time, and we don't heal, and we don't bury hatchets, what ends up happening is when we force ourselves and we believe, hey, I've been alone for quite some time and I need to go out there. And it's mostly peer pressure. It's people that are around you, your friends, your co-workers, your etc., your family, that's basically peer pressuring you to get into a relationship, even though you're working on yourself. I've even been in one time. My dad was even calling me a butch, which is a very derogatory term for a woman who likes other women. And all I was doing was taking care of myself at the time. So when you do that, when you listen to all that noise and chatter that's going on in your head and around you, and even, and that added on to your loneliness, what normally happens is that next person is going to be what they call a rebound. It's going to be someone that you have temporary feelings for. You want to believe that you have feelings for that person, but you want to convince yourself, really, you truly want to, I want to make this into something, but inside your heart will not allow you to, because you're healing, you're still broken, you're still bleeding. So your heart is not really going to allow you to be there. Your heart's going to still want to either, one, continue to get that closure that you need, or two, have you reach out to that person or last person. And 99 times out of 10, the sure sign of a rebound is that the new person has a lot of the old person's characteristics. So basically, you're still sleeping with the person you care for in another person's body. Almost like a body snatchers kind of situation. You're with a copy of what you really want to be at. If you find yourself in that situation, I've done that lots of times. I can't tell you how many times. I've even had children with people who I knew they were just rebounders. That's why they didn't work. If you find yourself in that situation, the best thing for you to do for yourself and for that person is to let them go. You don't want to bring children into a world where you're not really there with that person. You don't want to waste that person's time when you know you're not there with that person. That person knows that when you sleep with them at night, that you're thinking about somebody else. They have songs about it. Your body's here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. Yeah, that's from 1970 something for you youngsters. So that's been happening for quite some time. And it's hurtful to both. The best thing you can do is just stay. One, either stay by yourself and heal. Two, if you really feel like you need to stay in a rebound relationship, bury the hatchet. Or three, make it work. There's saying that if you feel strongly about a person, 99 times out of 10, that person feels just as strongly as you do. You have to find a medium somewhere to make it work. My current situation is I don't feel free around that person. I worry about what I say and what I can say and what I cannot say. I have conversations, like I stated, for 3 hours. The 2 years I have been with that person, I have yet to sit there and be able to freely have a conversation. Does that mean that something's wrong with my feelings? No. Does that mean that there's something wrong with their feelings? 'Cause I'm pretty sure they can't either with me. No. We're just wrapped up in the expectations of what we expect from each other, so that we can't even communicate with each other. He can talk to everybody in the world, and so can I, but when it comes to each other, there's a problem. So we just need to figure out on my spectrum how to communicate freely. But yeah, don't do the rebound things. You always have to look back at that person that you hurt. You have to look back at that man who threw lighter fluid on himself, or the man or woman who's stood there in front of you and cried their eyes out. You have to look back at that and sleep at night. These are only my experiences of the lighter fluid anyway. But yeah. So, what is your day one? Talk to you later. Oh, those are my crazy cats. They do this every night. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Heal. And please don't hurt others.